philosophical school following the legacy of St. Thomas Aquinas holds that the universe is made up of a hierarchy of diverse grades of being, from elements to plants to humans to angels, all of which are dependent upon the non-contingent, absolute, self-subsistent being God who creates, sustains, and moves everything else which exists in accord with their nature. Further, that man himself is a microcosm within a macrocosm, being a union of matter, body, and spirit, mind, which is the substantial but immaterial form of the body and destined for life after death. Man by nature desires to know reality and its highest truths and deepest causes, that is, ultimately to know God, but this possibility stretches beyond this life and man's natural capacities. Thus, if man is to attain eternal happiness, he must be instructed by a divine faith that transcends philosophy, and his actions must be guided by a divine love that builds on and perfects nature through divine grace. Thomism is
Aquinas was both a philosopher and a saint. Refusing either to lose his faith or mindlessly believe, he developed a new understanding of the place of reason in human life. Aquinas' monumental contribution was to teach Western European civilization that any human being, not just a Christian, could have access to great truths whenever they made use of God's greatest gift to human beings, reason. Aquinas broke a logjam in Christian thinking, the question of how non-Christians could have both wisdom and at the same time no interest in or even knowledge of Jesus. Aquinas universalized intelligence. He opened the Christian mind to the insights of all of humanity from across the ages and the continents. The modern world, insofar as it insists that good ideas can come from any quarter, regardless of creed or background, remains hugely in Aquinas' debt.
You may know St. Thomas Aquinas, but what was he like? What was in him that many universities decided to carry the name of the popular saint? St. Thomas Aquinas was born between 1224 to 1225 in Roccasecca, Italy. Even before being born, a holy hermit named Bonus has already predicted that he will become great one day. He came from a wealthy Italian ruling family. His father, Landolf, is the Count of Aquino, and his mother, Theodora, is the Countess of Teano. He has 8 siblings and he's the youngest among them, but had 3 step-brothers by the first marriage of his father. He received his primary education from the Benedictines of the Benedictine Abbey of Monte Cassino, and was expected to be a Benedictine abbot one day. But when he attended the University of Naples, he had a change of heart and decided to enter the Dominican order, much to the chagrin of his family.
Was born circa 1225 in the region around Naples. He was born to an influential family, one of the youngest of some 9 children. At the age of 5, he went to live and study at the nearby Benedictine monastery of Monte Cassino. Then, at the age of 16, he enrolled in the University of Naples to pursue a course of liberal arts. There, he met a recently founded religious community, the Order of Preachers, or Dominicans, and he was...
In this week's lesson, we want to start talking about some of the ideas that undergird a lot of different world religions and philosophies. So we're not going to be talking particularly about one religion like Islam or Judaism. We're going to be talking about the ideas that reinforce those belief systems. So this week's lesson, we're going to be talking about theism. What is theism? Theism, in its most basic definition, is the belief in one or more gods or deities. And typically in theistic belief systems, humans or animals or the world are viewed as separate from those gods. There are some belief systems that say God is everything or everything is God, and we're going to be talking about that in the next lesson. So the distinction point is that theism says there's one or more gods and we are not God.